The Harry Potter universe is filled with magic, mystery, and missed opportunities. Fans have come up with some wild theories that make you wonder, why didn't J.K. think of that? Here are 7 fan theories that might just be better than what we got in the books. Ron tragically dies at the end. All 3 main characters survived the Second Wizarding War, and that used to seem like an unlikely outcome at the time. Hermione was probably in the clear because Harry needed her the most. Harry was too because he was the main guy, and it would be too cruel to kill him off. So naturally, fans presumed that Ron would bite the dust by the end of the saga. It's a relief that he didn't, although that would have been a hell of a plot twist. Percy's Cauldron Bottom report plays a bigger role. By the 4th book, readers expected major plot twists coming left and right, and Percy's Cauldron Bottom report was given such emphasis that some fans decided that it was going to be a key detail in that novel. When the resurrection scene came about, people thought that Voldemort wouldn't be able to come back because his cauldron's bottom would fail. Sadly, it didn't, and Percy's report didn't matter as much as it could have. Harry dies, and Neville is the one to kill Voldemort. Professor Trelawney was so convinced that Harry Potter would be dying sooner rather than later that we all just went with it. Plus, the only real prophecy of hers sounded pretty grave as well. Fans thought that Harry would be killed for good during the war, and Neville would step in to finish the job, destroy the remaining Horcruxes, and kill Voldemort. Maybe even alongside Ron and Hermione. Harry eventually lands the Data Professor job. Every professor of the Defense Against the Dark Arts was cursed to leave the position after 1 year, and it was a big deal in the books. Considering that Harry was a great teacher to his classmates during the 5th novel, fans hoped that he would come full circle and become the Defense Against the Dark Arts professor at Hogwarts, breaking the curse once and for all. Too bad he became an Auror instead. McGonagall whoops Umbridge out of Hogwarts. There was so much build-up to McGonagall and Umbridge's rivalry in the 5th book that many rooted for the funnier outcome. Imagine if the head of Gryffindor gave Dolores a magical beating, and Umbridge just flew out of Hogwarts. This would have been a sight for everyone's sore eyes. Instead, Professor McGonagall opted for undermining Umbridge's authority silently and helping Peeves unscrew chandeliers, which was just as awesome, to be honest. The Golden Trio becomes powerful animagi. The 3rd book introduced the concept of the animagus, and readers found out that the Marauders had learned how to transform into animals. Many felt like this was a bigger setup for the Golden Trio to follow in the Marauders' footsteps in the later books. Unfortunately, that was not how things went. The giant squid's role is largely expanded. The giant squid was barely a character in the books. It's mostly just part of the background. However, this creature was deserving of a mention in the 4th novel, which prompted many readers to think that it was about to get promoted to a main character. Just picture the giant squid being utilized as a supreme weapon against the Death Eaters during the Battle of Hogwarts. That would have been absolutely epic.